Okay, and we are back. This is the Tokai Valley, or Tokai Valley. It is pouring, and it's another fight between TacticsOgre and Jacob. It is black banner for Ogre and the red banner for Jake. And looking at these forces, you've got the Nodachi Samurai that Ogre used very badly in the trees, some katana. Everything's like rank 2 or 3. The only thing I'm not seeing here is any ranged at all. I don't see anything except the general, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out. So obviously got a mix of monks, looks like Yari Samurai, and there's those European cannon that Ogre always fields, so we'll see how they do. This looks like it's going to be tough. The only good news for these guys is fire arrows will not be working, but other than that, they better get to those guys quick, because let's take a look at Jake. So here's your victor for 15 out of 9 compared to Ogre, so he's 6 up on Ogre. And this is why I think these firebomb guys and mixed with the matchlocks here, these guys have just been devastating all of Ogre's forces. I don't know what the answer is, but I don't think it's European cannon. The mix of troops is pretty good. It's a very good balance, if you like balanced armies. It's light cavalry, like bow cavalry. Nothing is really high ranked, but at least everything has rank. So it looks like they've brought out the best of what they can. I'm not sure how well this charge is going to be. Ogre's got a hell of a charge to try to make here in this rain. So let's get to it, and here we go. By the way, this is a unviewed replay. I do not know who's going to win. I just try to guess as best I can what it looks like here. I don't know at this point. I know this much, the weather's the worst I think I've ever seen in game. It is cool how you can see the lamps. I've always liked that, the lights from a distance. So you've got a archery dojo, and definitely the advantage for Jake to get that, and versus the workshop. So I can see Jake getting this. That's good. Ogre's going to bring his troops up here. Let's see how he handles this situation. this is a disaster for his firearms. Looks like Jacob's in trouble. Ogre's in the black banner here. He's got his Nodachi Samurai, Naginata. He's got everything going in there. So Jake's in big trouble. I don't know why he let his fire bombers go too far forward. That was a big mistake. And then charging what cavalry had. This is definitely going to be a rout for and a victory for Ogre, finally.
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be yours!
So, melee versus ranged, and ranged loses. Okay, so right about here is where it all went bad for Jake. His cavalry was diverted. I think he did a diversion with cavalry, or at least try to slow them down and maybe get his ranged units on them, but he accidentally sent his VC fire bombers in, and they died. Wouldn't have been bad by itself, but any chance to slow down all of these Naginata warrior monks and then his katana samurai would have been, he would have needed everything to stop them. Anyway, and let's just basically see what happens here, because this is pretty much the critical part where it didn't go right for Jake, and this cost him the game. Yeah, that looks like it was basically a miss. I think those cavalry is pretty much outranked. So here's a big mistake. This is massive. Yeah, the Nodachi Samurai. Yeah, they're dead. Basically up to these elite fast kills Jacob, by the way, in the red here, and Ogre just tears them out. That's the only hope they have right there, is Yari Samurai. And that's just not going to do it against that many veteran Dadachi. He's got to defend here desperately. And yeah, that was it. Tactical blunder, but it happens, and Ogre gets the victory. So still puts him 5 behind Jake. We're done with this.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
Okay, so there's your stats. 396 for Ogre, 250 for Jacob, who's fast killed, and let's check out stats. We've got nice. Yari Hero did quite well. I'm sure that was just killing ranged at the end. Yeah, it's just devastating. And you had, I have to say, Jacob's fire rockets are absolutely devastating. If he hadn't have charged in with his range like that, he might have stood a better chance. But because he had bow cavalry, and they should have been able to harass those units better. So I'd chalk it up to weather. It's hard to make that kind of decision in rain, and so anyway, that's it for this battle, and on to the next.